Wax Mondays. I think
Of course you
Wednesdays,
did.
but no.
Of course you did.
And so, David, are you going live on your Twitch today, or are you recording this to air later?
Let's see. I clicked the button. If it's working, it should be live on Twitter this minute. Otherwise, I need to click another button. Unless you don't want me to.
I'm fine. If no, that's fine because I'm
Let's
just
rock and roll.
gonna, yeah, I'm gonna retweet it so that everyone knows what's going on.
Ooh, it says, why isn't it? How do I do this? Online sending data. It says it's on Twitch and YouTube at the moment, but I'm not seeing it on Twitter. It says sending data. I'm using Restream.
I've never used Restream personally.
YouTube. I don't have much of a presence on YouTube or Twitch in comparison. I've been doing Twitter because it notified, that's my primary network.
Sure.
But the URL for my Twitch is this, like twitch.tv/David Levitt. And let me see if it's live there. There might not be anybody watching it there though, because that's not where my audience is. Right, so it does say it's live there. And let me check YouTube. It does say it's live there. I'm getting feedback. Check
YouTube's up.
YouTube. So it will be recorded to YouTube, and I can make a local copy of this. I don't know if you need me to send it to a Dropbox or anything, or if you want a copy or just that.
Yeah, once it's set up, we'll probably grab it through a link so that we can just have access to the file. And...
That way you can edit it to use however you want it.
Sure.
I'm trying to, I don't know why it's not on Twitter.
And Conrad, I moved all the tiles up to Sir Drank-A-Lot, so Kagar is not being used because it's being covered.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Well, if you have your Sir Drank-A-Lot mug, then you're more than welcome to play as Sir Drank-A-Lot.
All right, so one second. How do I share this? Sorry, I apologize.
No, that's okay.
No, you're good.
1 second. All right, how do I share this? Sorry. So I'll do this. Come. Now playing Heroes of Barcadia. From Roll a Crit.
Yep.
All right, got Sir Drank-A-Lot.
Come watch. Board games.
I don't have any cups anymore. I sent them all away.
To the farm.
Yeah.
They're better off, Eric. They're better off.
Yeah, but don't worry. Listen, I'm ready. Look, I've got 2 seltzers. So.
Wow.
Yeah, like I'm not.
0 calories. How do they do it?
All I know is I am obsessed with this Kroger raspberry seltzer, and then they have a cranberry lime. Like,
yeah, keep supporting Kroger. You hear that, David?
So I just tweeted. It's live on Twitch and on YouTube, but I don't really have much of a presence there. But I'll try to pop back and forth in those windows to see if anybody shows up. But I'm saving it so then I could re-throw it up back after the fact, I think. But hey, if anybody's watching this live, hello, or after the fact, we're playing Heroes of Barcadia. This is the game right here.
Woo!
It's headed to Kickstarter. Do you guys want to talk about it? It's from Roll a Crit.
Yeah, so
Sure,
Aaron, Conrad.
Oh, I was going to say, kick it off for our town crier. So yes, we are the team from ThinkGeek that ended up starting Rollacrit. That's focusing on tabletop collectibles and apparel and fun stuff like that. And our first product that we're launching is Heroes of Arcadia, which happens to be a game, which makes it look like we're a publisher. So that's good. I guess we'll dip our toes in. We wanted to see what it's like to get onto Kickstarter and to get a game funded, so that when we work with other clients, we and people, we know what it's like. And so far, it's been quite the journey and a lot of fun. And so Heroes of Arcadia was designed through the last 5 years of a lot of play testing. And so the game mechanics are loads of fun. On top of that, we're using a liquid life system that happens to you get to choose whatever drinks you want to put in there. So whether it be alcohol, which is alcoholic puns everywhere, which you'll see in the game, or soda, or seltzer, which Eric will be using.
Yeah.
And so,
We had somebody playing with sports drinks the other night.
yes.
We do have to caution against milk, especially if you have a bad night with the dice against the monsters and the bosses, because that's gonna get your tum real full real fast.
Yeah, and if you're rolling well, then you won't drink it fast enough, so it won't be great.
It's gonna get warm. Yeah, just don't drink milk.
Yep. But yeah, Heroes of Arcadia, it's a dungeon exploration game. You build a dungeon different every time. And if I'm not sure, David, if you're currently showing the screen now, but you'll see the setup essentially of what Heroes of Arcadia looks like whenever somebody comes to play through the Roll20 platform, and how anyone would look at it, which is you have your 6 characters here, be it Sir Drankalot, Absinthia of Wormwood, Kegar the Barbarian, Merlot the Sorcerer, Flaskian the Concealed, and Intoxica the Necromixer. With the 4 of us playing Merlot, it looks like, and Kegar are gonna sit on the Pine Pony today, and we're gonna head out with Sir Drankalot, Absinthia, Flaskian, and Intoxica. So out of curiosity, David, do you know who you would like to play this evening?
So I have in front of me Intoxica. Yeah, Intoxica.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And we'll just snag a drink here.
And I know, Aaron, you said you're playing a Sir Drankalot, right?
I will play Sir Drankalot.
Erica, I don't really care what you want to play as, so I'm claiming Absinthia.
Okay, all right then. That's fine. I love the color blue. So, and
No, I remember
also
you played Intoxica last time, so I figured I'd switch it up for you.
Yes, and I do most of my drinking from flasks, so this is all.
There you go.
Perfect.
So now you'll see down on the screen to the bottom corner where our names are, there's a little color symbol next to each of the names. You can actually click on that and change it to match the color of the hero of Barcadia that you're playing tonight. So I'm going to switch mine to a nice little green.
It's at bottom right under your picture.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. So what that's going to do is it's actually going to allow your dice to match. And that's one of the cool things with the Heroes of Arcadia game is if you end up backing it on Kickstarter and you get the physical game, all of the dice actually match the colors of the heroes that you're playing. So you can actually get that same experience on Roll20. And we do recommend that you turn on in settings. So on the top right corner, there's a little tab for the chat. You'll see a gear icon for your settings. And we do recommend that you enable advanced dice and enable 3D dice.
All right. And click save.
Yes.
All right. Okay, now what?
So now we have our character selected. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to deal out loot cards before we get started. And every player is going to get 3 loot cards to start. And Let me just do that real fast. 1, 2, Erica, and where is David? Here we go. And deal. So now above your name, you'll see that the number 3 has popped up. And when you click on that, those are your loot cards. So if you click on the ones above your name, you'll actually see what they are. And you can click on one and it'll show you a nice big picture at the front of the screen. Those are played face down, so only you can see them. If you were to click on somebody else's hand, it would just show you the backs of their cards, so you wouldn't actually know, just like in real life, whether or not they held something super powerful or something that wasn't really important in the moment.
The top of the cards tell you when you could play them as well. So play between turns or during your turn or during someone else's turn. So think of them as kind of interrupts in the game. And so the chaos of the game happens with these cards. So the more cards you play, the more crazy the game becomes.
And what we're going to do now is we are going to take those gray tiles that you see underneath your name, and we're going to build the dungeon. So you simply click on one and drag it to the starting area. The rules for building the dungeon is that every dungeon tile has to actually either be connecting to a starting square or an adjacent tile. So no floating islands, but you can make whatever shape it is that you'd like, and you can place it wherever you'd like. And like I said earlier, this is one of the more unique replayability aspects of Heroes of Barcadia, because it actually allows you to make something different every time. You can go crazy with really bunched up stuff where everything looks like it's super congested, or you can create these really long, obnoxious alleys. Whatever it is that you want to do with this, you build it every time the way that you want to build it. And once everybody's got theirs out, drag out our tokens and start playing.
So on my end, it's shown. I don't know if you can select my last.
Yeah, I see that you're being covered.
Tile. It's yeah.
There you go. Oh, interesting. All right. So
What's going on?
We might want you to play as Merlot then, if you want to.
If you zoom out and then you drag
true.
that bottom.
Yeah, there you go. If you zoom out, that's perfect. Yeah, because you're going to need those 3 spots there, or we're going to be where you collect power up.
Okay.
And so you're going to need to use the 3 spots as your power up areas.
Yeah, because I was having that problem too. I had to do some adjusting on my end.
There you go. You look perfect. Awesome. All right, so then you get your player token, which is on top of your name, and drag it onto the starting tile.
What's that? Player token on top of my name and put it here. All right,
so
this
starting area.
If I read the rules right, that all counts as one tile. It's just because when you're playing the game, you're using the cup, your drink, as your player figure.
Exactly. And so in this, since it's digital, we just have to use, our physical cups, but our digital tokens. Yes, exactly. And you'll see too, when you click on your character, you have 60 as your life total, just like in your cup, you have 60 as your life total as well. And so in this game, since it's not the physical version, we have to, as we lose or gain life, it'll just be on the token, and you just do that,
the left or right there. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to roll to see who goes first.
Now, David, have you ever used Roll20 before? You just made the account, correct?
Correct. I have not.
Okay.
I apologize to all the D&D players that are offended.
No.
What's good about this is that it's one of the first actual board games, and it's the first party game on Roll20. So it's definitely quite the learning curve.
All right.
So on the top left section, you probably see like a little arrow with a whole bunch of drop-down menu options below it. The second from the bottom should look like a D20, and when you hover over that, it'll show you all the different dice options.
And I want it on D20.
Yep. So when you click the D20 button, it'll roll a dice, and that's what you should just have seen mine roll across, and I got a 4. So that's my initial roll. and everyone is going to roll now to determine who goes first.
Oh,
so you got a 15.
Nice. 8.
8. Who's left? Why did somebody take away the turn? Aaron, don't do that. And a 12. Okay. So we're going to add a turn in for everybody here. All right. David, you got a 15. I got a 4. Flaskin, you got a 12, right? And so Dranklot was an 8?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Okay. Now the turn order tracker that you'll see there is just to help us keep everything moving nice and smoothly. You can move that around and it actually doesn't affect what other people are seeing. So it's unique to your own screen.
Okay.
And since you actually rolled the highest, you get to go first. And I promise you, we did not plan on that.
So it's if I read correctly, it's 2 actions. You can reveal and move, or move 2 spots, or what was the third?
Have already been revealed.
Battle something.
Yep. So essentially, what you're going to do, because that starting area is considered one big space, you can flip any of the tiles that are connected to that one big space. So you can start in any direction. It doesn't have to be the one just above your head.
So when I click it, which button am I pressing? Because
so you're going to right click on the actual tile and you're going to choose flip card.
All right. And then click it. How do I show everybody that tile bigger? Is there a way?
You click that tile and press the Z button.
Z. All right. So we have a boss, the cold one. Choose your enemy, damage 10, and so I have to choose one of, or should I allow you guys to tell everybody how to play, or?
No, I'd love it if you think you know what's going on to try and take a guess.
So it says choose your enemy, so I have to roll a die against one of the other players, and whoever loses takes the 10 damage. If I am the winner, I get the loot cards and power up listed. If and then the person I played against, they take the damage. If I lose, I take the damage, and then the card is flipped back over face down.
Yeah, that's right. Perfect. So who is it that you wish to roll against?
Yellow.
All right. Let's do it. Boom. 16. Oh, wow.
All right, so I click the die and drag it.
12.
All right, so now I have to drink.
So as the card indicated, you suffered 10 damage because you were unable to defeat your enemy. In this case, the cold one struck a chilling blow. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to drink in the if you're using the liquid life system, you're going to drink from the cup. If you're not using that, you can adjust it directly on your actual character token by changing the health bar, either one.
Or I'll do both so that there's... Oh.
That's right.
That's perfect. I was planning on doing the same.
Oh, great.
There you go.
So you click on this. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you click on the 50 or on the 60, and then.
So now I right-click on that card again and flip it back over.
Correct.
All right. So the mission of the game, I don't know if we explained to everybody, if anybody's, for the people watching here. So we are heroes in the land of Barcadia, here to come to a drinking contest or a drinking competition, and the Grand Drink Guardian ended up stealing all of the drinks. And so we are in a dungeon together, trying to fight back all of these monsters that stole the drinks, to bring it back to the drinking competition. So in order to do that, we need to collect 3 power-ups, which are the yellow lightning bolt cards, which give us these abilities that we use throughout the game. They're kind of like level ups for our characters. And once we reach the Grand Drink Guardian, regardless of when we do, we need to have 3 in order to battle him. And so whoever wins against that battle wins the game. And so we can find him right now in the next tile, or we can find him later on in the game. But either way, we're looking through the dungeon to try to find him, but also trying to find 3 power-ups. So if you end up beating the cold one next time, you'll get your first power-up plus 2 loot cards. So don't forget also in these situations as we're playing the game to keep checking your loot cards to see if anything helps you throughout the game, because you'll keep collecting them. So you want to definitely spend them as you can. And right now is in between turns. So if you do have any cards that you could play in between turns, this is the time you want to throw that out.
Which I'm actually going to do right now. So you can see what it looks like. And I'm going to drag a card from my hands directly onto the tabletop. And you'll see it comes out face down. And I'm just going to drag that up to our discard pile because we find it keeps it nice and simple that way, and flip it over. And I'm going to play a trap card. So traps are placed on top of rooms, and you'll see on the right-hand side the little orange tokens called traps. So I'm going to drag one of those tokens out. I'm going to go ahead and put it on a nice starting area over here. Now, in order to enter that room, you have to first attempt to disarm the trap by rolling a 10 or higher. If you fail to disarm the trap, you take 10 damage. If you succeed, the trap goes away. Either way, the trap goes away. It's just whether or not you end up getting hurt while you're trying to disarm it. So, and that doesn't take an action. Any other cards between turns?
I think we're moving on.
All right, it's my turn.
Flaskian.
Okay, so I'm gonna flip this bad boy. Uh-oh. It's a monster.
The Portergeist.
Yeah. Oops. What is he? A 7? Sorry, I can't. I'm having trouble zooming on him. He's a 7?
7.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. Okay. Gonna roll. Come on, big money.
Oh, 9.
9.
Nice.
Sweet. All right. So what's that? I get a power up? Or no, it's a loot card. 1 looty.
Nice job.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you. Maybe today's the day I'm finally victorious.
I am not going to allow that to happen.
Absolutely
All right.
So I'm going to carry on. If anyone,
keep going.
All right, I'm going to go into here. Oh, I get my first portal. So now portals, there's a couple that come out through the game, and you can portal to any portal as an action. And I will stay here because I don't need to portal back to my spot because that's very close.
So. Say portal one more time.
Yeah.
Portal, everybody.
All right. Anybody else looking to go?
Nope.
All right, then I'm going to go as well. I'm going to try and flip this card here. See what we got? The Hobgoblin. Okay. So the Hobgoblin is...
Nope, it's not. I'm boosting.
All right. There you go. So Aaron played a boost card, which increases the level by 2. So now I have to beat a 6 or higher, which...
Oh, so the level is the dice roll?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So meeting or exceeding the level. So Hobgoblin starting at 4 with a boost is +2. So I easily take that, and I'm gonna grab a loot card for
I just tried.
victorious.
You know, I just wanted you to try. I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want an enemy here. I just want to make sure.
No, I appreciate you burning a very important card so that I could still defeat that monster. All right, and that is the end of my turn. Or is it? I am going to play a dash card, which allows me to take 1 additional action this turn. So I'm going to do that right now. And flip. Let's see this one here. The Sasquatch. Okay, so the Sasquatch is a level 12. A little bit more difficult.
Sasquatch.
All right. Nope. So I do not
Sasquatch
get
is my
to-
favorite, I think, of the monsters.
And I take my 10 damage on the screen. And I take my 10 damage on the screen. There we go. All right. And I drink. All right. That is the end of my turn.
Okay, so now from your experience playing, is it fine to try to hit that monster or boss again, or should I wait till I've leveled up going in other places?
Well, so there's some bonuses of power-ups that you'll get while you venture to increase plus to monsters, plus to bosses, plus to player duels. Ultimately, though, it's kind of a crapshoot on whether or not you're going to get that stuff. So, a boss, for instance, which you ran into earlier, is totally going to depend on how well you roll and how well the person you battle rolls. So it's kind of a right now you're on a level playing field.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I didn't know how deep because I didn't open up the physical game, so I didn't look through all the cards. It's all a mystery to
Sure.
me. So like 12, right? Like what are the power-ups that you can encounter? Are they like +1, +2? Like how
Plus
How
one,
high?
plus two.
okay.
Yeah, player duels can get as high as +5. So,
All right.
but those happen much less frequently, which is
Okay.
why it's such a powerful card.
All right, so I will click here and flip, and I ran into team battle. So I
Oh.
have to team up with someone, and we
That's
both
correct.
roll, and our combined total has to be above the level 17. So we're rolling 2d20 combined. We have to hit over 17, or we both take 10.
You can meet 17, so it's meet or exceed.
Okay.
But yes.
But yes.
We can meet 17. For individual boss battles, can you meet the level, or does it exceed the
Yes.
level? All right.
So for boss battles, because you're rolling against somebody else, you ignore all ties. So any tie is a reroll automatically for bosses. For monsters, you can meet the level. Anytime that there is an indicated level, it is a meet or exceed situation.
So, who
I did yellow last time. I'll do green this time, and we both roll.
We do. Would you like to roll first?
Sure.
no pressure.
Now I can't actually
No.
see that on my screen because the player picture is covering that.
You got a 1,
So-
so it shows on the side as well. That sidebar.
Okay.
Yep. In the chat box, it'll always show you the number. So that is unfortunately 1, but that's okay because I can still roll a 16 or higher, and we still come out on top here. Let's see what we got. I did not. So we both end up taking the damage in this situation, and neither of us get to benefit from the loot either.
All right. So 10 damage.
That's right.
Oh man.
All right.
Right.
All right. Flaskian on the case. Oh, we need to flip
Mhm.
these guys back over.
Yep. The Brobolds.
Yes. Okay. So let's just venture over here. Oh, yikes. All right. So the Balgrog of Porgoth. You like that?
Get it.
Yes. Okay. Choose your enemy. Yeah, I am going to take Sir Drankalot. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Boom. Yes.
17. Okay. All right. That's admirable.
You shall not pass. Oh.
Oh.
That was close.
Come
That was very
on.
close.
See you later. Drink it up.
Yeah. It's okay. I love drinking this seltzer.
I bet you do.
Yeah, I do.
All right. I will. Oh, I'm just rolling.
Yeah, why'd you roll there, bud?
I don't. That wasn't me.
You know, because the rolling mechanic is fun. That's what it is.
Oh, look at me.
Ah, so
Ah,
Sir Drankalot stumbled across some free power-ups.
I get my first power up. Boom.
So unlike loot cards, power-ups are always played face up for everyone to see because they do very much influence the ways that you might ask somebody for aid or choose to battle against them if they're as a boss. So Aaron, you want to read us what you got there?
So I have the Cloak of Jin Visibility. Once during your turn, if you have revealed a room, you may ignore that action and immediately place that room face down in the same position. So I get to kind of peek into what I'm walking into beforehand and choose if I want to go that direction or not. And when I use that ability, I'll show you how I use that in Roll20 because normally you just pick it up in your hand privately and take a look at it. But in Roll20, I'll have to pull that card into my hand so I can take a look at it and then put it back in. And so that'll
Oh,
be
because if you just click flip, everyone sees the flip.
exactly right.
Yeah.
So what would you be clicking? Is it left click
So
or
I'll-
right click?
So so I would just drag it into my hand.
You can also right click on it
Right
and
click
take card.
and take card, yeah.
Mhm.
Which is a little bit easier actually.
You would
Yes.
right click,
That's my
take
preferred.
card, and then you would put it back in that location from your hand.
Correct.
All right.
Correct. Yeah, and just like with the loot cards, that's why they all play face down so that this mechanic can work, so that you're still the only one that actually knows what it is that is in that room. And on that note, it is my turn, so I'm going to go ahead and flip a card. And I know what's over there, so let's flip this one here. Ah, a loot card. All right, I will take that freebie. Drag that into my hand, see what I got here. Okay, and I'm going to play this Thirst Aid. So I'm going to heal myself 10 HP and bring my life total back up a little bit to keep venturing through the dungeon. That's it.
Alrighty.
And we are back to the top of the turn order with Intoxica.
So how are we changing the turn order after each player? What are we clicking or what are you pushing in
So
the
there's
app?
an arrow. So do you see the turn order on your screen, correct?
Yes.
So on mine as the GM, I have it set up where the turn order just has a little arrow that you click every time it moves to the next person's turn. So it just keeps that for us.
So one player controls that. All right.
Yep. There's a in the guide, which is very helpful, is a separate little section for the GM of the Roll20 game because you are the one that is actually running it through their tabletop interface. So there's a little bit of setup that you saw before getting into the game with just dragging out some tiles and making sure everything has been shuffled and stuff like that so that it's a fair game every time. But they would be in charge of the turn order to make sure that you don't even have to use it if you don't want to. We just find that we tend to forget. So we built it in there from experience. And I am feeling 10 healthier in my cup now. And David, I believe it is your turn.
All right. So let's try this again. The ogre battle. Oops, I took it instead of.
It's okay.
There you go. Now you practice Cloak of
flip.
Invisibility.
All right, so now we'll do Erica, the blue player. So we battle the bro bolds together. We both roll a d20. Click, roll, scroll.
Do this.
It's 4.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, you did it!
Yeah.
Just making 17.
All right.
So
You guys,
that's
teamwork
team
makes the
effort.
dream work.
Yeah,
So now we
Right.
both get a loot card each.
correct.
And we click it or do we drag it from the right side?
You drag it from the right side, and when you hover it over your name, you will see that it has, it'll highlight. Erica, it looks like you accidentally took a power up.
Yeah, because I would like a power up. So Yeah, my
You know,
bad.
you put it out there, and
Yeah, I'm manifesting what I want.
Where am I?
So-
Am I supposed to put it over the player character on the board or my
over your
face?
name, like down, you'll see your name show up. Like as you're so go to the top of the deck. You'll see that one little card that slides up,
Yep.
and then you drag that over to your name. And so right now, I think what you're looking at is a power up. So yeah, there you go. You can right click that too. You can just hit draw, which is probably a little bit easier. So that card that's sitting on the table, there you go.
It says
Right-click
open
that.
image and new tag.
So if you just click on it, it'll draw. You shouldn't have to right click on it. You should be able to left click on it.
Or 1.
There you go.
But I'm on my screen. There's a card stuck in the middle.
I'm
There
not
it
seeing
is.
that.
Yeah, there it is. I see it on your stream.
Oh, so if you just reload the window, it'll actually save exactly what it'll keep you in the game, no issue. If anything freezes like that, just do a quick refresh and everything should be fixed.
Hope we don't screw it up.
Believe me, if I had a nickel for every time I've had to refresh, this game is actually that's the one really great thing about this interface is that it's really hard to mess up the game mid-game.
Okay.
So,
all right, looks good.
Nice. All right.
There you go. So don't forget to move your token to the spot. There you go. All right, and now it is Flaskian's turn.
I'm back. Let's do it. Boozoos. And I am going to play this little looty card. Drain.
Really scared of that 4 toughness there, huh?
Listen, I'm not taking any chances. Okay.
Sure.
I'm playing to win.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she says, as she probably will roll a 1, just because that's how. Look at that, a 2. See? So.
Wow. Okay. You really know your ceiling, I guess, on these rolls. So, well done.
So, yeah. And of course, you don't get anything. There's no reward.
Nope. No reward for defeating the Boozoos. Just moving forward.
Yeah, that's okay. Just moving on. Moving right along.
Sir drank a lot.
All right. Let's see. Well, I'll just keep on trekking forward here. Oh. Okay. So now this is the Grand Drink Guardian. This is exactly who we're looking for. So now the game takes a little turn because though, we found him, which is part of the battle, I still don't have 3 power-ups. So I can't even do anything about this. So now I have to kind of go back and try to find. Well, now we're in a race to see who can get 3 power-ups first, get to the Grand Drink Guardian and beat him. So this is interesting. My turn does end because I revealed a room, and so that room stays revealed because it's the Grand Drink Guardian. And now we move on to the next player.
So that's a single player must have 3 power-ups to go back and fight them.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all, even though we're all fighting to beat him, we're not fighting together to beat him.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We work as a team until you don't.
Exactly.
Super excited that I am all the way over here, completely on the opposite side. That just will give me the time to get,
Portals are fantastic things. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and flip a card. The Blackout Knight. All right. Choose my enemy. David, I will be rolling against you. And I roll a 13.
$17.
Well fought. Okay, I will flip that back over and drink my 10 damage. Actually, wait, hold on.
I was just
I'm
seeing what we
going
were
to
actually
remember,
fighting.
because loot cards are powerful things.
It was the Blackout Night. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Loot cards are powerful things. I am playing a redo.
Oh.
So, I'm actually going to redo that. And David, we are going to roll once more. And I rolled this time a less impressive 3. But you got a 2!
That was
Oh,
the only thing better than that is a 2 and a 1.
yeah, that was awesome. Okay. Huzzah.
Like really shooting my
So-
bar over here.
Since I went and erased time for a second, which is appropriate for the Blackout Night, so I'm going to get a power up and a loot card. So first thing is my power up, which is the King's Cup. So once during your turn, before you complete an action, you may draw loot cards until you have 3 in your hand. So that is going to help me out a lot, because as you saw there, loot cards are very powerful. All right, and now it is the end of my turn.
That seems pretty broken because loot cards can be played anytime. So you're just getting 3 new cards every turn?
Well, so loot cards can't be played anytime. At the head of the card, it'll tell you the phase in which they can be played, either on your turn, during an opponent's turn, or in between turns.
Oh, what I mean
So-
is the only way to acquire them is to run into the tile to get it. So that specific power up essentially lets you get 3 every turn.
Yes, there's some that really allow
Up
loot
to
cards to
3.
make
Up
up
to
to
3.
3. So
Right.
yeah,
You
yeah. So
can't-
it's a
yeah, you can
maximum
have
of 3.
I mean, if you play them all, I mean.
Correct.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Some of them I can't play because it's not the right phase, but it encourages you to play loot cards, because the more that you can play of loot cards, the more impactful it is. The other day we were playing a game and I got one where every time I drank 5 HP, I got a loot card. So I was burning through my own health in order to get loot cards, but those loot cards became very, very helpful. So
Or
yes.
or you can be like me and
Hey.
forget that you have the loot cards,
Exactly.
and then you get to the end of the game, and you're
just-
like, I've
yeah,
got all.
as a-
Oh, I could have won.
As a
Could've done so
spoiler, he
much.
did not win that game either.
I did not. No.
he killed himself 3 times though. That's good.
Twice. I died
Oh yeah,
twice.
it's true. Oh, you're almost dead again. All right.
But yes, that is the end of my turn, and it is now Intoxica's turn.
All right, so click and flip and zoom in, and we have a genie in a bottle. Choose your enemy. We'll go with we'll keep going in a circle, so we're to yellow now.
Back to you there, Aaron.
And so we're both rolling. The loser takes 10 damage. If I win, there's 2 loot cards and 1 power up.
That is correct.
So D20.
Oh.
2 to my
Hey.
16, so we do keep it on the board.
Yeah.
Yellow drinks, or takes 10.
You're
That's
gonna be
right.
picking up some
And we get
nice little power there.
2 loot cards, 1 power up. So draw 2. Is there a maximum of cards you can have in your hand?
No.
Okay. And then the power up, draw 1. So let's click it. And we have the Long Island Ice Blade. 2+ attack in all boss battles. Seems pretty good.
Yep. Now
Nice.
you do want to go ahead and drag that to the tabletop, and it should size perfectly to fit right in that little spot there for you. So yeah, with how many boss battles you've been coming into, that probably is going to be a handy little power up. And again, don't forget to move your token into the square or the hex that you've just claimed.
Oops, sorry. Yep.
No,
All right.
cool. And then as Erica said, make sure not to forget you have loot cards, because anytime I see somebody sitting on a whole bunch of loot cards, I question whether or not they are
Yeah,
using them to their
I'm
fullest.
reading what I have, and
Certainly.
now what is the advantage of making my opponents drink other than in real life? This is a drinking game, getting my friends to drink. Is there an actual game advantage to it?
Yes, that's 5 HP from their health. So if you have like a waterfall, or if you make them drink, like from a fireball is 10, you're dealing damage to them. So anytime they need to drink, their life is depleting.
Now, whenever somebody were to perish, what happens is they have to give up one of their power-ups. So they are now farther from being able to claim the drink hoard, because if they had 3, they're now down to 2, so they're no longer eligible. 2 down to 1, yada yada. They lose all but one of their loot cards as well. So if you've been holding onto a bunch of loot cards to try and make some big plays and you end up dying, you have to drop all but one of your loot cards, and you get teleported back to the starting spot, at which point you would refill back up your cup and re-enter on your quest to claim the drink hoard, just farther behind than everybody else, albeit at full health.
All right, and since we are between turns, or wait, no,
yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're between turns. Boom! Look at that. I've got a room swap.
Okay.
Now, just want to double check before I start doing this. Can I swap our Portergeist here since he's been revealed and he's unoccupied?
Yes.
All right, then I am going to swap him with this room. Oh, that was a really bad idea. I don't know why I did that. Yeah.
I don't either. But hey,
Well,
thank you for showing the mechanic.
Yeah, because I wanted to show that you could. All right.
That's right.
Yeah. Also,
and
it
now
gives
it's
me
your turn, Flask.
Wait, no. You know what? I know why I did that, and you guys are gonna see here in a minute. So
I'm sure.
Sure.
Yeah. Just be cool. I've got this. All right. Now, Balgrog of Porgroth again. So this time I am going to take on.
Wait, so you can fight a boss more than once?
Well, that boss wasn't defeated.
The person that flipped him didn't defeat it. So
okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'm challenging Intoxica to this battle here.
Okay. Oh. Now, I will point out that in Intoxica, you have a +2 in boss battles now because of that Long Island Ice Blade. So whatever you roll, go ahead and add 2 to that.
Interesting. So, okay, yeah. It's choose your enemy. It's not a static number, so I just have to roll higher than Erica. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. And see, this is another fun mechanic of the game where it becomes a memory game.
So I have 16.
Yes.
Correct.
And as we've pointed out, or as I've now revealed, I don't have that great of a memory. So I'll roll.
Natural 20.
Wow.
All right, so now I have to take 10.
You do.
Oh my gosh, Erica.
And Erica gets to take those 2 loot cards.
Is that like I think it's the first nat 20 you've gotten while playing this.
Yeah, it might have been.
I think it might be. Yeah. All right. So two loot cards and a power up. And that bad boy. What are you? Get out here.
So now because it's in between turns now, technically, while you're doing that?
Yep.
All right, so I can just play out all my cards. Where do I play them to?
Just drag. So you would want to just drag them out one at a time. And exactly right there. And then you just flip it and put it in the discard pile.
All right. So heal myself 10.
Cool.
Perfect.
Yeah, we made the little discard area just because it's easier to keep it organized. On a table when you're playing, you just toss them out.
Right.
Yep. And I'm just
another
them as
heal 10.
Okay. Wow.
Nice. Okay. So you just doubled your life there.
And so you get add more to your cup now too. So you would normally keep 2 drinks with you so that you can add more to your cup.
Waterfall
The
to
waterfall.
inflict 5 to everyone else.
Way to settle that. Oh man.
It's
That was a nice little life total swing there.
Oh my god.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
If we were playing
And
Uno, this would be like the equivalent of a reverse draw.
yeah.
Draw 5.
And then I guess a peek. So I take a room into my hand.
Correct.
Correct.
It's like my ability.
And then how do I play it face down? Will it naturally do that, or?
Yes. Yep. Same as if you were playing a loot card.
All right.
There you go.
And that's my in between. Thank you.
There you go. And it is, yeah, Sir Drankalot's turn.
Okay. Well, I have a quite boring turn. I will. Guess I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move back 2 to the starting area, and that is my turn.
Okay. All right. Before I take any actions, I'm going to go ahead and draw a loot card, which I can do. Okay, and I'll flip this one here. Let's see what we got. Hey, a portal. Okay, I will just step on into that portal, but not take it. And that's the end of my turn. So between turns, I'm going to play this one here, and we're going to put a little trap right on top of the drink hoard.
So
that way
what
before
do
anyone
the
wants-
traps do?
So traps are potential damage to you. So anytime that you can put up to 3 traps in one room, and each trap has the potential to deal 10 damage. You have to roll a 10 or higher in order to successfully disarm a trap and take no damage. If you roll a 9 or lower, you fail to disarm the trap and you take 10 damage. Every trap has to be disarmed before you can attempt to enter into a room.
Right. Think of it as like a proximity mine or something like that, where you're each door is trapped, so you have to try to disarm.
Literally, yeah, just like if.
So now is it an action for each trap, or
no, it's no actions to disarm a trap because because they go away regardless of dealing damage or being disarmed. It's not an action. It's just theoretical damage you might end up taking as you try to enter a room.
Okay, so all right, so it doesn't prevent, like if you fail, you don't not enter the room, you still enter the room.
Yes, you just take 10 damage from the failure. Mm-hmm. We've had a few people who enough traps have blown up in their faces where they died before they could enter the room. So, but yes, again, it is now, I believe, Intoxica's turn.
All right. So now, question: I'm playing a card that says I get an extra action this turn, but you get 2 actions a turn, and one of the like combined actions is flipping and revealing. So what happens to that third action? Is that just moving?
Well, no. So an action is either revealing a room and entering it, or moving through 2 revealed rooms.
Up to 2, yeah. So like my action, like my whole turn was done because I just moved back 2 spaces. That was my turn.
So if I play that, I can then move 2 spaces, but I wouldn't be able to reveal another card.
You could reveal 2 rooms. There's 2 different actions. Mm-hmm. So normally when you play that card, you play your first action, and then after that action, you could play it directly after, so that if you decide to use it or not, depending on what the outcome of that.
So it would reveal the room, but I wouldn't go into it.
No, you could reveal it and go into it. So it's pretty much, it's like, think of it as just a whole second turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Correct.
Maybe I'm just getting caught up because it says 1 additional action, and I might have misread the rules because it said 1 action a turn. There are 3 type of actions. An action is revealing and entering a room, or moving
Correct.
2 spaces. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll reveal this one, and it is the Tequila Worm, level 11.
That's right.
It's a monster, not a boss, so I do not get a power-up against it.
Correct.
That's right.
So I need to roll an 11 or higher. Roll. I got a
Which you do.
19.
Oh,
19.
So we
That's a high
defeated
roll,
the Tequila Worm. We get 1 loot card and 1 power up and move there. So a loot card. Draw 1. And 1 power up, it said?
Yep.
Yes.
Draw 1. Alright, and our power up is once during your turn you may drink 5 health to draw 2 loot
Oh,
cards.
that's the card he was just talking about.
Yeah.
Alright, so we will take 5. I'm going to take 5 damage to get 2 cards.
You
Yep.
can
Because
if you
now
want to. You don't have to.
Yeah, you can. So because you played the dash card, it's technically still your turn because now it's your new turn. And so you can start your new turn by doing that, or you can move on to something else.
All right. So I think I can maybe win this turn.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. So
Keep in mind,
now
you
I
still have to
can
defeat the Grand Drink Guardian.
steal a power up from one of my opponents. Swipe power up.
So
and
that is played
that's between
between
turns.
turns.
Oh,
And because
between
you
turns.
played a
Oh,
dash, yeah, you can't.
gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll have to put it back.
Yep.
My
So just
hand.
take that card. So right click on it and hit take card.
Sorry.
That's okay.
But we kind of have an idea what's gonna happen.
So yes, so because you played that dash card, you can still flip and attempt to enter into another room if you'd like, which may have a third power up in it already for you.
This is true. All right.
Depends.
Flip. Level 9 Slurmaid. You win, you draw 2 loot cards. 18.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Some high
So
rolls.
draw 2. And scene. Alright, so if it's a play during your turn, you can't play it after you've done the action. It has to be at the beginning of the turn.
No, so are you talking about the dash? Or are you talking about the swipe loot?
If it's a loot card that says play during your turn, because I used my action to go into a room and fight a monster already, the turn is over. I have to wait to the next turn to play it.
Not necessarily. So your turn ends essentially when you declare that your turn is over. We don't like kind of have like any official like it is now your turn kind of statement or anything like that. But for instance, like the heal yourself, if you just wanted to heal yourself after you went and fought a monster, but you haven't ended your turn yet, you could just quickly say, "Hey, I'm gonna heal myself. Play this during my turn, and then I'm done."
Yeah. So So it's you can play that card if you'd like to now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it says warp playing on your turn. Where did it go?
Yep.
Flip. Go to. Move to any revealed room that is not occupied and not trapped, excluding the drink hoard. So I'll move to the room next to the drink hoard.
No.
There you
Oh man.
go.
Oh no.
All right. So then it's my turn. It's, I think, over.
Okay. So now it is between turns. So if you did want to try and swipe one of those power ups, you can.
Right. So the swipe power up card to steal a power up. and also heal 20 life.
Oh my god.
Wow.
All right. I think you opened the
And-
game and played it this weekend.
Yes.
Here I was feeling really good about the strategy I was about to throw down.
It's just like
All right, so it's the next person's turn, and
I don't
so
know. It's
Wha-
definitely not yet.
the
It's not-
so
I'm not-
to stop me, you would have to try to switch places with me. Is that what I'm reading correctly?
you could.
So, sort of. So one way to stop you is what Aaron is doing right now.
Is what I'm doing
which
right
is
now. Is stealing
taking
your
a-
loot card. Oh, I like this one.
So now you no longer have 3 power-ups.
Okay, yeah.
So you are unable to battle the Grand Drink.
So how much take that is in this game? Like
A little bit.
like 1 out of every 10 loot cards, or is it more, or is it less?
I forget the count on the swipe loot cards. I think it might be 4.
And like how many loot cards
I
are?
think there's 50 loot cards.
Oh,
right?
so it's not that much take that.
No. We
No.
just happen to have
A
2
few of them. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple. Just like you had all those heals. That's like sometimes it's just like the Grand Drink Guardian showing up here. We just played this weekend, and it was like an hour and 20 minutes before we even found the Grand Drink Guardian. And sometimes it's connected to the starting tile, And so it's just that's what's cool is the chance changes so often. It's really like luck plus how you play with the situation you're in, and so kind of much like battling in a real dungeon, because I've never done it, but I'm assuming that's probably
Totally a relatable experience.
From all of our dungeon battling experience.
Yeah, from what I've heard, we've done a
Yeah.
lot of case studies.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize that Heroes of Barcadia is actually inspired by true events.
True
Yes,
events.
yes.
True events.
All right.
So I'm
roll with
gonna-
third parties too hard.
All right,
Heroes
Flask.
of
Go
Arcadia
for it.
happens.
Yeah, no, hold on. Before we even still between turns, guys, I'm gonna all-seeing eye.
And someone keeps forgetting that they have a cloak of invisibility, I believe.
I never got to use it.
So I'm gonna just do this. Come on, get in where you're supposed to be. Sorry, just technical difficulties.
Right click and take it to your hand.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's totally, I knew that, guys. Okay.
So now the side of the box says 30 to 60 minutes. I'm assuming it's quicker in person than we're using an app to do everything.
It can be. So with the app, there's a little bit of a learning curve, right? With teaching people how to actually use the interface and getting familiar with the mechanics and stuff like that. Also, the number of players can severely dictate how many loot cards are flying around left and right, and the ability to get power-ups quickly. So 30 to 60 minutes is about an average, but I wouldn't say that it's ever really going to be less than 30 because of how long it takes to accumulate 3 power-ups.
Right.
Right.
But-
I think we're gonna be changing that on the box too, probably the 45 to 130, or 45 to 90.
45 to 90.
Because it's kind of like it's a social game, so it's not like you're
Right.
usually
You're gonna be
stopping.
talking, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right, Flaskian, did you go?
Well, no, I played my all-seeing eye.
Uh-huh.
And now I am going to, it is my turn now.
Mhm.
And so I'm going to do this. I'm going to play a warp. And I'm just going to scooch right here.
Has to be revealed.
You are a jerk. I am kidding.
Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
again, like, listen, like I said, I'm super glad that I have shown that you don't have to be drinking to play this game like an utter dummy. So there you go, guys. All right, now let's flip it and see what we're going. Uh-oh.
The old
Well.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, but guess what I'm going to do? Skadoosh right here with Mega Drain. So that means now 8. All right.
You did it.
11. I did it. Huzzah, everybody. Oh, by the way, I don't think I showed this the last go round, but I got this
The Tome of
power up.
Alchemy.
Yeah, I got the Tome of Alchemy. So anytime a player rolls a 1, I get to draw 3 loot cards. And since I am victorious here, I'm going to take another loot card and a power up.
All right.
And then let's see what power up I'll be playing with here. It's a Spirit's Familiar. I get a +1 attack against monsters.
All right.
Nice.
Very nice.
All right, so that's there. And that's gonna do it for me. So we're between turns.
All right. In between turns, I'm going to go ahead and play this, and I'm going to go ahead and take that nice little Spirits Familiar that I just saw come out.
Oh, that's swipe loot.
Oh, sorry. That's not the one that I meant. Yep, I meant to take one from Erica's loot stash because she had like 5 a second ago. And I'm going to steal this card.
Fine.
What did I get?
I was smart.
Yeah.
I would have.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, Sir Dranklot, it is your turn.
Huzzah! I shall drink 5, and I shall get 2 loot cards. Let me do that. Let me do this. Okay, loot. Anything fun? Let's see.
So how did you guys get to be like the first board game on Roll20? That seems like a big deal.
I don't know. Actually, we'll be making some stuff for Roll20 as they build up their store, and so that's really our core business and what we've been trying to do. And so
did they like put out an open call for app developers and you saw it, or like you reached out to them?
No, we were talking to them about making products for their store, and so from there we let them know about the game that we were creating, and they said, oh, that'd be great if you can get it on Roll20. And I said, well, if you know someone who knows how to program, we'd be willing to talk to them. And so we found an amazing developer that they referred us to and helped us get everything on. We've been testing it and trying to work through the platform that they have to get it to where it is now. And so it's been quite a journey to get here. And so now we're going through and working on how-to videos and stuff like that, and more documentation on the digital side, because we're essentially releasing 2 games in once. Even though the game is the same, how you play when you open in a box is a lot easier to explain than how to play digitally.
Right.
As you see. And so, playing physically has been definitely a lot faster. But this is great during pandemic times to have a party game digitally, so that we can, make sure, because that's what we've delayed the game because of it. But, once we found the solution, we said, okay, great, we can now move forward. So we're excited about that. I'm drinking my 5. I got my 2. I am going to, I'm going to use my Cloak of Invisibility. Oh, wow, this is going to be a really complex turn here. Oh, this trap goes away. I'm sorry. I'm just going to move that trap aside. Let's see what I got going on here. Oh, yes. And I'm showing, yeah, I don't even care. I'm going to say, oh, yes, and be excited about it. Okay. I'll put that trap back on. We got to say move forward. Okay, boop, and I'm gonna fight that trap. Is that what my strategy was? Yes, fight the trap. All right, so I'm gonna roll against the trap. I need to roll at 10 or higher. Yes, on the nose. So the trap goes away. See you later, trap. I reveal the room. Bloop. All right, and I got a rummy. And if I win, I get a power up. Huzzah. And I need to get above a 10. All right, cool.
All right.
So now I get my 3rd power up, which probably is going to be short-lived because I'm sure someone has something to take that away. And it is the crossbow. I'm reading it sideways.
Crossbow.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Hooked on phonics. Each time any player rolls a 20, inflict 10 HP damage on an opponent of your choice. All right, so any heavy rollers is going to get hit with my crossbow.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
We're in between.
We are in between.
All right, I'm going to throw another trap on the Grand Drink Guardian because we can. Blue.
All right. 2 traps there. All right. My turn. I'm going to go ahead and flip this card, which is the Fermentor. Doesn't give me a power up, though. That's okay. 2 cards, hopefully. Come on. Yes. Okay. 1 and 2. Let's see what I got here. All right. Fantastic. Okay. And I'm going to play a dash card and take 1 more action this turn now. So first I move into the room where I defeated the Fermentor. I think I need to go on the outskirts here. It's a... Oh, man. Mimosasaurus. Still no loot card. I mean, power-ups, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So... Yeah, let's just... 7. No! Okay. Well,
Right,
put
so
that back over, take my 10.
in between turns, I'm gonna all-seeing eye choose a room of the dungeon that's not revealed and take a look, then put it back.
Yep.
So goes in the discard. Take a card, look at it, put it back. Now, so I can only, okay, room swap the places of any 2 unoccupied rooms. So can I put an unoccupied room into where I am?
You could put it below where the portal is, if you'd like. You cannot be sitting on top of it, and it could be revealed or an unrevealed room.
All right, so I'm gonna. Oh, I gotta make sure I took the right one. All right. How do I? Oh. Back over there. And then what else do I have? All right, so now I can draw 2 cards from, I think, my power-up. Once during your turn before you do the action, you may draw up to 3. I have 1, so I can draw
Correct.
2 loot cards.
Yep.
That's right.
I should have took
See what we have.
Yeah,
It's
because you don't have to drink
I didn't
HP
know
for
it was on the 10.
And I flip and move into the room, which gives me a power up.
Yes. All right. Hold on. Let me fix this real fast.
I don't know. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
So, and then I draw the power up, which is once during your turn, if you are on or adjacent to a magic portal, you may move to any revealed room that is not occupied or trapped.
Oh,
but not the drink cord.
Correct. Yeah. So you can't.
So, but I can move next to it because I'm next to a portal, so I can move next to the drink cord.
Right.
Okay.
Now that you can't do yet because you just got that. You just got the power up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would be able to next turn hypothetically move to the room next to the drink cord.
Correct, and that wouldn't be your move action, so then you could then battle the drink cord.
Gotcha.
Oh man, we got to stop him. Anybody?
So, and the ways to stop is to steal the power up, basically, or is there any
like switch? Like you could do a room swap and try to like put something in front of you where you have to get the monster. You know, maybe, who knows? That's the thing is the interrupts are like this is the fun part because it's so frustrating. You can finally get to the end and you're just like clawing your way to try to get to Battle M.
Well, we're also lucky in this situation that he's kind of at like an apex of 3 different paths, so you could go a whole bunch of different ways. Sometimes there's only one way to the drink hoard, and everybody's fighting to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And David, if you could pull your power up out onto the board and fill in that 3rd slot. No, that's fine. And it is Flaskian's turn.
Yes, and I am going to hop into that little portal. And that will take me over here. And I think that does it for me, right? Like that's my action.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm moving around.
I'm gonna do an in between. Bloop. Okay, so room swap. Now I don't know what this is, but it's better than just letting you waltz right in there. All right. That's that.
Doesn't know what it is, says the man with the cloak of invisibility.
Oh, that's true. Thanks for reminding me. I'll also. Will I drink 5? Will I do it? Yes, I will. Because why not, right? Oh, it is my turn. Okay. I have to drink 5 in real life. Okay. So I am going to do something that we didn't do yet, and I am going to duel you, David.
Oh, this is we both roll a die.
Yep.
If you win, you get my spot.
Correct. All right. Party time.
Ooh. Haha.
17 to my 12. So we swap spots.
So we swap and you drink 10.
Okay.
Okay. And I will also use my Cloak of Invisibility. Well, it doesn't really matter, I guess, because I'll have to fight this thing anyway.
I mean, hey. Okay.
Hold on. That's not my turn.
Okay.
Well, does the dueling count as an action?
It's once per turn before an action. If I remember right. Yeah. Once per turn before you complete an action. Yeah. Oh, 2 loots. All right. All right. You guys are good.
Okay. Between turns, I am going to swipe a loot from. Well, someone just got 5 of them all of a sudden, so let's go ahead and take that one.
Oh no. No.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. All right. And let me delete that, and we'll flip this one now. The Green Fairy for a boss battle. Okay, now David has boss battle power, but Erica does not. So Erica, you shall be the boss.
Fine. All right.
I rolled a 14.
Okay, and I rolled an 8.
Okay.
Oh no, Connor's taking it back door.
Yep.
Oh.
1, 2, and a power up. Let's see what our power up is here. So this is what I was saying earlier, the spike shield. So I get +5 attack in player duels, which is terrible. At this stage in the game is pretty awesome.
Terribly awesome.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm going to go ahead and play this beautiful card that someone just let go for some reason.
Oh my god, you bastard. No.
And take one more action this turn. Oops. There we go. All right, let's see what we can do here.
So you still need 2 more power-ups, though.
I still need 2 more power-ups, and that's why I'm gonna avoid this little square here because I know that there's no power-ups, but I have the micro Brunicorn, which still no power-ups, but maybe a couple more loot cards. So let's see. Which I get. I will take 2 more loot cards. Oh, no dose. Okay, and that shall do it for my turn. In between turns, I am going to take a little peek at that one tile that's in front of me.
All right. So in between turns, I'll do 2 things as well, I think.
Go ahead.
Double check.
Okay. So that's what you are.
So one of them is I can steal someone else's power up. So can you have 4, or do I discard 1?
You have to discard.
You discard.
Wherever you want in the dungeon. So it doesn't go away, it just lives on a tile. And when a person enters that room, they can get that power up. So you probably at this point want to push it away if you do.
So this does not count as the action. This one.
Nope, because we're still between turns.
Oh yeah, I'm just so the drink horde is a boss. Do I get the +2 when fighting them or no?
So the drink horde is not a boss. It's not a monster.
All right. So I'm going to take from Absinthia the shield of dueling +5.
Oh, smart.
Sure.
And then
don't take from somebody who has 3 power-ups or anything, you know.
The resurrect.
Yeah, I know what he's doing.
Resurrect says choose any monster or boss that's been defeated and flip it face down again.
Yeah.
So who's the other closest person? Is green. Flip that face down.
Oh man.
Right, so that was in between turns. So now
I got an in between.
Okay.
And you can put the ice blade anywhere in the room on one of the room tiles, just over top of it.
It gets put anywhere, not where I am. I don't drop it.
So it just goes onto one of the tiles.
Yep, so I'm just moving it out of the discard area. So
does it have to be a revealed tile? Or
no, it's not.
It's way all over there.
All right. And I'm just going to size that down real quick.
Okay.
So that it lives right on top of there.
There you go. All right, I'm going to trap your room, Conrad. Enjoy that.
What did I do to both of you? Just all of a sudden coming in.
Hey, I'm threatened over here.
Uh-huh.
I'm jealous of Conrad's, thick, luxurious hair. So that's why I'm attacking him in the game.
All right. All right. I think are we done between turns?
Yes, it is Intoxica's turn officially.
All right. 1 second. Can we win this turn? Can we win this turn? Question mark. Playing Heroes of Barcadia.
No.
Let's see if we can win this turn. All right. So I either misread everything or I read it correctly. So one of my powers lets me draw up to 3 loot cards. I have 1 loot card, so I can draw 2 loot cards.
Correct. Amazing situation.
The next power, if I'm next to a portal, lets me go to another room. So for free. So I can go right here for free.
Yep.
Let me check what I drew for loot cards. That's in between turns. That's in between turns. So now I have the dueling power up. So I can duel orange, roll a crit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it doesn't say your name on the app.
It's all right.
So we both roll d20, but I get +5 from the spike shield.
Yeah.
You do.
All right, so who should roll first? Oh, I did 10, so it's 15.
I got 9.
Yeah.
You beat me without it.
So now we swap spots.
Yep, I took 10.
So now I can try to fight the
So
monster.
now you have to take those. You have to roll against both of those traps.
All right, so I roll 2 dice, and they go away no matter what.
Yep. It just depends on whether or not you take up to 20 damage.
Okay, so roll 2 dice. What did I get?
Oh.
You did not disarm either of them successfully, so you got a 2 and a 4. So
I take 20, so I go to 25 health. But I do still get to fight him?
Yes.
Correct. So now you
get
just need to
above
roll
15.
a 15.
So no abilities. There is nothing you can do to help you in this. You just have to.
I just have to roll a 15 or higher.
Correct.
Yep.
All right. So we are, if you're just joining or coming in at the tail end, we're rolling against the Drink Horde in Heroes of Barcadia from Roll a Crit, who did send me this game and did provide me with pizza and beer to play it. So please take the pizza and beer under advisement. That does not affect my opinion. Gonna roll. I need a 15 or higher. I don't know why it rolled 2, but I don't.
What
Oh
did
no!
it roll? Hold on, it shows you. So the first one, you would have gotten it with the 15.
Okay, so
there you go.
Wow.
You can check
quite a move.
Their game out by clicking through on Twitter to their website, rollacrit.com, or if this is a YouTube video after the fact, watch the whole thing. Or do you guys want to say more about your game? Isn't it going to Kickstarter at some point?
Yes, it is. Yes. Yes, it is definitely going to Kickstarter. So this is the digital version of Heroes of Barcadia. We will be bringing to Kickstarter a physical version that includes all these incredible dungeon tiles and artwork and dice and the actual cups for you to play with our liquid life system and to have fun with your friends, either IRL or online.
I don't know if you can see this. This is my liquid courage. Health. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
That's right.
Clinging on. All right.
I mean, like, just came in and just dominated and obliterated this.
I mean, you didn't have to lose to me, and you didn't have to lose to me on purpose. Like you could have beat me.
I clearly didn't try to do that.
No. We laid so many traps around that thing. So even with them going off, you just waltzed right in there.
That was a very good choice with the shield because you had a good move there.
Yep, no, that was great.
And Conrad stole the loot card that I needed to execute my strategy, so I was just floating adrift.
Eric's just bother.
Yeah, so now I'm just gonna be like, if anyone from Kroger is watching, I love your raspberry flavored seltzer. I'm gonna turn this into a try to get a spokesperson job.
Sponsors.
Thank you so much, David.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
so
awesome,
I mean, I knew to Roll20, and there was like a learning curve for the app, but it seems like it's a really easy to pick up game in person. It's just you have a choice between 3 actions. You reveal a location and enter. You fight the boss, roll your die, or you're fighting another player, rolling a die against them. And drinking, essentially, anytime you lose a die roll, and you have to find 3 power-ups before you can fight the Drink Horde, but you first have to find the drink cord first.
Yep.
So, you know, is there, I'm assuming there's only one drink cord tile, so you might have to visit every single tile. In a 2-player game, are there less tiles laid out than...
You could. I mean,
We have a variation rule suggestion, I think.
There's a couple rule suggestions that modify things, because even the starting tiles, there's ways that, you know, right now it's in a circle, but you can, as long as they're all touching, you can have them, you know, into a straight line. You can do whatever you want. So there's a lot of modifications, and that was one of the things that we really wanted to make sure that we designed in the game, is that we give the set of rules, but there's still ways to modify the game and use those same set of rules to make it even more interesting to travel through the dungeon. And so we also have some house rules as stretch goals on the Kickstarter that we can send out that, you know, give you different activities to make it a little bit more, you know, task-based, to where it would switch, that rule would switch every time someone rolled a 20. There's a lot of different stuff that we have as content for it. And we also, if we get to certain stretch goals, we'll be potentially revealing 2 additional characters you could bring in to bring it up to an 8-player game.
So that would be what, like an extra 2 cups that they would buy or receive as a bonus?
Part of the Kickstarter.
With additional cards, rooms, and everything. And so, yeah, so we're trying to get not only this funded, but get to a point where we can get enough where we can get the add-on pack released as well. Because
do you guys have a date for the Kickstarter yet, or no?
Right now, we're looking at somewhere from early to mid-June.
Okay.
And we tie up all of the loose ends for videos and things like that. And just like, you know, for Roll20, building the content. So we have instructional videos on how to play as a normal player, how to play as a GM, how to get, and so writing that stuff down and also creating videos for it. So that's what we're in the process of doing now, is content creation.
And I would point out too that you know, we actually, the game is designed, like it's ready. So the Kickstarter is to fund production and shipping. So we've got that ace up our sleeve.
Yeah, this is the game that you're going to see in 3 years after you back it.
It's ready to go.
Anything else I should know, or anyone who sees this video somewhere or clips of it should know?
So I would say I got 2 quick things. So go to rollacrit.com or heroesofbarcadia.com and sign up for updates and for our emails, and you will get a special power up that is only available if you sign up ahead of time before the Kickstarter launches, and it's a really good one. And then the other thing is you just showed you do have a physical copy of the game, so I know you're going to be doing an unboxing on your channels, so people should look forward to that and getting to see the digital print of the game and getting to like see the characters and some more things like that. So really excited for that to go up, and we're just super excited that you took the time to play with us tonight.
Yeah, and that I just wanted to clarify, the one I have is pre-production. The tiles in the actual production would be different, or there's some minor differences, correct?
This is a digital print, yeah, so it's not a full production run. It's digital print that we wanted to send out so that we could do the play testing. And so, you know, some of the print quality will get better and things like that. And so that's where.
But the cups.
But the cups will remain the same.
All right. So if anyone's watching this, there's 6 different characters in their plastic cups, and they have health bars on the other side for your drink/health.
Yeah,
liquid life system. And one thing to majorly point out is that you do not need to drink alcohol, even though the puns are alcoholic puns. You do not need to drink alcohol to do so.
You drink whatever you want.
Correct.
Whatever you want,
as long as it's not poison.
Well, right.
That's right.
I mean, if you want to play against the clock.
It's a much shorter timer. So. But yeah, people can follow us on social as well at Rollacrit. We are releasing the monsters and bosses.
Right, we've only shown so many. We've only revealed not even half of the tiles. So all of the bosses are being revealed on social every day. We're doing different boss and monster reveals. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to see what all of those puns are and all those monsters.
Yes, I think today we released the Fermentor.
All right. Well, thanks so much. I look forward to playing the actual game at some point. And I'll see you around.
Yeah, thank you so much, David.
Thanks,
Great playing with
everybody.
you.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
one.